state to the committee that you signed. This signature is yours, right?
Your Honor.
Now, when you signed this letter, kayo po ang gumawa?
Chairman.
Congressman
Sure po.
Paduano.
So, ma'am, kasi po, ang consent for the inquiry and identification doon sa Subpoena is addressed to COA, not to your office. Tama?
Apo.
So, binigay sa amin ng COA. So, COA violates a law?
Anyway, I'll go to another topic. I will refer to your letter to the Honorable Gamaliel Cordoba, 21 August 2024. I think you already saw this letter and, shall we say, state to the committee that you signed. This signature is yours, right?
Your Honor.
Now, when you signed this letter, kayo po ang gumawa?
Your Honor, this matter was
Pakisagot lang po yung tanong ko. Kayo po ang gumawa?
hindi po, Your
Hindi.
Honor.
So, sino po ang gumawa nito?
It was drafted by Mr. Lemuel Ortonio.
Is Mr. Lemuel Ortonio a lawyer?
No, Your Honor, he's
No.
not.
And you read this letter?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you agreed with all the contents of this letter?
That was our position, Your Honor. It was a shared.
No.
Yes.
You answer my
Yes.
question. Now, may I ask, can you explain to me that when we investigate the use of confidential funds of the Office of the Vice President and the Department of Education, you are of the position that the subject subpoena violates the constitutional principle of separation of powers? Could you please educate me? How did we violate the principle of separation of powers? Nandito po sa sulat po ninyo, pinirmahan ninyo.
Your Honor, may I read the letter in
Yes.
total? Yes. For the record, it says, the principle of separation of powers is violated when one branch of government unduly encroaches in the domain of another. Jurisprudence provides that there are only two ways to violate the subject principle, namely, by impermissible interference with another department's performance and by assumption of another department's functions. Here, it is clear that the subpoena was not issued in aid of legislation and thus exceeds the legislative power of inquiry, and its issuance impermissibly interferes with the exclusive functions of the Commission on Audit and infringes upon the independence of the Commission. And then, first, Congress has no power to participate or otherwise take part in any audit process. Obtaining any information in a pending audit clearly does not serve a legislative purpose of drafting or remedying legislation. Second, the audit decisions which the committee seeks to obtain are in cases still pending adjudication and therefore not final, not conclusive, and cannot be used as a fair, accurate, or intelligent basis for legislation. Third, COA has already published its annual audit reports for fiscal year 2022 and 2023, which are specifically intended to aid the executive and legislative departments in crafting responsive laws and regulations. Fourth, the only purpose mentioned is to expose to the public the use of confidential funds by the offices headed by the Vice President and purportedly whether such use follow the guidelines. During the subject hearing, Representative Castro stated, since hindi po pwedeng sabihin dito yung findings, yung report o yung anumang observations ng COA, ang mga taong bayan po interesado dito sa confidential funds at kung paano ito ginamit, kung ito po ba ay sumunod dun sa guidelines. Also, as reported in the media, Representative Castro has been known to say that the Vice President has not yet satisfactorily explained the OVP spending of confidential funds in 2022. She added that the VP still has yet to account how she spent the said funds in 2023 and that she is not off the hook yet. End of quote. This is not related to any legislative purpose. There is no congressional power to expose for the sake of exposure. The determination of whether the utilization of the funds complied with audit guidelines falls within the exclusive mandate of the Commission on Audit. It cannot be overemphasized that COA has the exclusive power, authority, and duty to examine, audit, and settle all accounts pertaining to the revenue and receipts of, and expenditures or uses of funds and property. Constitutional framers envision the COA as a dynamic, effective, efficient, and independent watchdog of the government, and for this reason conferred upon it broad and extensive powers, allowing a committee of the House of Representatives to subpoena audit decisions pertaining to an ongoing audit will only hamper the COA's performance of its duties. On the other hand, the determination as to the legality of confidential funds solely falls within the exclusive mandate of the judiciary. Clearly, therefore, Congress cannot infringe upon constitutional mandates vested upon other branches of the government. Item 2, the enforcement of the subject subpoena
No. Let's stop there. So,
Okay.
yung tanong ko, please explain to me why the hearing conducted by this committee would violate the separation of powers. Yun po yung katanungan ko eh.
Opo. Your Honor,
You said COA is an independent body. Nandito nga sila, tinatanong namin eh. That is why I asked whether Mr. Ortonio is a lawyer or not. Believe nga ako eh. I'm amazed, Madam Attorney. Attorney ka, naniniwala ka dito sa sinabi ng isang hindi attorney.
Your Honor,
Di ba?
respectfully, this is the position of the agency.
Hindi ko tinatanong eh.
Oo.
Tinatanong ko lang eh.
Nan-
I am amazed, Madam Attorney, na naniniwala ka sa legal stance ng isang hindi attorney. Kaya, please answer my question. Where did we violate the separation of powers by conducting this legislative inquiry?
Your Honor,
Explain to me.
yes. There is currently an ongoing audit in the Office of the Vice President as regards the confidential funds. The power to conduct audit or investigate belongs to the Commission on Audit.
No argument about that.
Yes. That is why, Your Honor, we feel it is our position that given that the audit is still ongoing, it is not final, it is not yet conclusive, the release of said documents or information infringes on the right of the Commission on Audit to conduct a full-scale investigation given that it is still pending. So that is our position, Your Honor. It is simply that. It is a request that we made to the Commission on Audit. It does not in any way, Your Honor, mean that we do not recognize the power of the Congress to conduct in aid of legislation. It's just the timing because the audit is still being undertaken and it's not final and still not conclusive, Your Honor. Respectfully.
Chairman.
Congressman
Sure po to.
Paduano.
So, ma'am, kasi po, ang consent for the inquiry in aid of legislation doon sa Subpoena is addressed to COA, not to your office. Tama?
Apo.
So, binigay sa amin ng COA. So, COA violates a law. So, by then, kasi logic dictates na COA dapat. Di ba? Kasi, hindi naman kami may isayo ng dokumento eh. Di ba? It's the COA.
Opo.
Now, COA give us the document. Now, so, did COA violate any law?
Your Honor, that is not for us to determine. We simply request
No,
that
no.
COA.
Now, kaya nga eh. Okay. Now, because that is your position, supposedly, legally, you have to file a case against COA. Did you file a case against COA?
No, Your Honor.
Oh.
It was just a letter request.
Because, no. Now, letter request. Now, COA give us the document.
Yes.
Sino ngayong tama? Kayo o yung Congress? O yung committee? Hindi, ma'am. Kasi ganito, abogada ka eh.
Apo.
Then, if you invoke this letter of yours with regards to possible violation of law, you should file a case.
Yes.
Diba? But not in Congress. Sa COA. Because COA complied to the orders by this committee.
Yes.
Diba? You're a lawyer. Diba, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor. But in this case, Your Honor, we simply made a request to the Commission on Audit.
Hindi nga eh, but still you argue. Until now. A while ago, you stated that you still stand by your letter. Despite of the fact na sinagot na nga kita, in my committee, ang dami ko na pong in-order sa COA to conduct a fraud audit. Kahit wala pa pong ending nga, EUM pa lang. Because there is a basis to conduct a fraud audit. Now, question of, sinasabi mong dapat, question of legislation? Ma'am, attorney, don't you know na because of this investigation, we should pass a law with regards to confidential funds. Second, yung public funding law, that should be amended. Hindi pa ako tapos BTR. Dami tayong pag-usapan yan. Question of COA, Memorandum Circular ng 7002, that should be also amended. At ilagay mismo sa mandate ng COA. Kasi ang daming misinterpretation doon. MC 97002, iba yung requirements. Pagdating doon sa BTR, tinatanggal yung ibang requirements. And the only way that we can resolve that issue and problem with regards to COA and BTR is to legislate law. A law. Specific provision of law na dapat malinaw. Ano ba talagang requirements doon sa mga cash advances and requirements for an SDO. Yun po, attorney. Kaya hindi nyo pwedeng sabihin na we're conducting this investigation not in aid of legislation. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Your Honor, yes. Thank you also. I hear you.